was like weak penicillin.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Life of the Lost. I'm Sam.
And I'm Megan.
And today on this week's episode, I'm hard in thought right now.
Well, for those of you who are new here,
Yes.
we both live in New York City. We're both Peruvian adoptees. And it's funny because I was thinking back to when we first started this, it was predominantly all adoption, how we felt about it, where we're at, our history, talking about how we met and all of this stuff. But now it's just more of kind of a day in a life, like how our week went, just kind of talking it out. So sometimes it's about adoption, sometimes it's not. And so
Yeah.
you're welcome to give us any suggestions, but this is just a little bit of us.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And on that note, I was just thinking as we were starting the beginning of this, just how like interesting our like these past like few days have been,
Mm-hmm.
and just how much has like gone on.
I know.
What are like the first things to you that come to mind as like a highlight or like something interesting that
Okay.
you want to that comes to mind?
This past week we didn't have Maya because she is on spring break, so she was with her mama all week, and it was really nice because usually she comes in the morning and we pick her up from school, so it does break up our day, but it also forces us to keep a really great schedule and just keep us on time with things. So it was really funny because on Monday we got it up at 4, got ready to go, but there wasn't any like set time where she was coming. So usually at a certain time, like around 7:30, I get Oreo up and I feed him and I do my smoothie or my green drink and everything, get him out, help if Maya needs any help. And it was just really funny because he slept in until like 9. And so I'm just working and I'm like, this is weird. But then it was funny because when we're at about 9 o'clock, I'm like, all right, let me just go make a smoothie, or I keep saying smoothie, go make a drink. But then your mom was there, and she was making her coffee at that time because that's when she gets up. So there's just all these clashes with schedules.
I see.
And it was really funny because I was like, I don't ever, I'm selfish, with my time. So I don't ever consider other people's, well, I do consider people's, but like I don't know what you're doing specifically at 9 or what she's doing specifically at 9. So I didn't think of those things. So it was a very it was structured, but very unstructured week, and it was just kind of interesting to see how that I guess flowed with everything, because then everything got pushed back, which was all right, but it was just so unpredictable because usually we have a lot of consistencies.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that it went fairly well just because I guess maybe I didn't notice the inconsistencies as much because all I want is to have a longer period of time that I can go in between. Mm-hmm. Like, chunks of time, not very good with like sporadic time. So it was nice knowing, like, I guess in a weird way, like at 7 o'clock, 7:30 came around and I'm thinking I should be doing something. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, wow, I guess I don't have to do anything. And that's great because I still have these great, things are still coming to me. I still need to do a few things. Mm-hmm. And it's nice. It's a nice break from, I guess, the plan aspect that you were saying.
Yeah.
Or agenda.
Yeah, and it does open up different avenues to think about, like how you might want to structure your week a little bit differently. And it was like a forced way. Yeah. I think a lot of the time, like people, for me, I guess specifically, you have your 9 to 5. And now I'm just kind of trying to figure out what to do, and I took this week as an opportunity to try working at 4 a.m. on Supay, like 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., and it was so weird, but I liked it. And and I might want to continue doing something like that. So it was nice to kind of just feel things out. But so I guess yeah, that was an interesting part of the week. Super interesting. How about you? What was like a high for you?
I really liked Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday was really nice. I know that we had hoped to do.
Originally, we were gonna go to Mrs. Doubtfire on Broadway.
Yes.
But then I was reading all of these reviews and I felt like a little scared to go because I was like, I don't want it to ruin like my childhood memories. And I know that's so stupid because obviously the
But
play
that's
isn't going to be the
that's
same.
important though. You know, you have a standard of
how I want to remember it.
Exactly, and you don't want something to potentially ruin that for you because it's very precious to you. And I'm like totally in agreement, which is like I'd love to go to a play, but it'd be nice to like, you know, maybe as Maya would say, she wants to see the Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I mean, that has pretty good reviews. You know, like for instance, like Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
That is like I've heard tons of great stuff about that play for like since I was in high school.
Yeah.
It was that good. And so I'm just thinking
something like that.
That could be an option too. I mean,
except when the tickets are not $250.
I know, but they'll always be, unfortunately. Broadway. That's why Broadway's Broadway, because it's very
unless you
expensive.
win like lottery tickets, because you can put in for lottery and stuff. I got this app because me and Maya were looking at like the Hamilton and stuff, and it's like, oh, get this app and it's a little bit cheaper. So now I'm getting all these funny notifications. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, we're going
I'd
to
love
go.
to see Phantom of the Opera. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'd agree. Hey, Limp Bizkit's coming up in concert.
Oh yeah, and Limp Bizkit.
And Atmosphere, if you're in Minnesota or the Midwest, you might know who Atmosphere is. They're coming to Pier 17 on the rooftop, overlooking like you're on the rooftop and you can see the
Every
bridge
time you
in the
say
background.
Atmosphere, I just think of the Cascade song Atmosphere.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, oh, Cascade's
Definitely
cool.
nothing like
I
that.
like Cascade. And I'm like, oh, it's a rap group.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down with electronic.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh, who else is coming that you wanted to see possibly?
Don't tell me. I'm gonna think of it first.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, Galactus.
No. Galactus.
Are you sure?
A million times. What is Galactus? I would remember
Galactus is
who it
an
is.
EDM artist.
Well, maybe they're coming, but that's not the ones we saw yesterday.
Who was it? Elysium? No. Elenium?
No.
Elenium?
I don't remember. Because we were trying to find out why there's so many people down at 34th. Because basically what ended up happening for the day was, I don't remember what time we got out, a little bit later. We had a pretty nice morning and we chilled for a bit, and then later on we went to go get some tacos. We biked downtown.
Hell yeah, fish tacos.
Yes. It was a nice bike. It was beautiful.
Yo,
Beautiful
those
day.
tacos fucked you up, huh?
Oh, they were so spicy. Okay, but can we tell the story about your drink?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Sam went to this place with his friend last weekend, and he saw this alcoholic beverage, and was thinking like, oh my god, like, are you gonna drink? And asked his friend. His friend's like, no, I'm not gonna drink. Sam's like, Megan, we have to go back there and like have this drink. It looked amazing.
Yeah, because like I've always seen the drink throughout my teenage and till now life of just on Instagram and social media of people having this crazy concoction drink with sometimes they go crazy with like mangoes and shrimp on the side of it. It gets pretty extravagant, so I'd always look at it and say to myself, I should try that one day, and I never had the opportunity until that moment when I saw that drink, and I'm thinking, why not give it a shot? So when I was with my friend, I was very close to getting it, but I'm like, I need to wait for Megan, or I should either call her and have her come here now, or I should
Because he didn't want to drink. Was
spend
that
it.
why you didn't want to do
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I'm like, oh darn. All right, well, I'm not gonna drink. I was considering drinking even though he wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
But
I feel that though. When
But
somebody else isn't drinking, I'm like, I don't want to be the only. But like sometimes I don't really mind.
But yeah, sometimes I like at this moment I didn't care. But the problem was it was so dang crowded. You literally
Had
had
go
to
back
wait
in
like
line.
yeah, like 5 people in front of you. And
That doesn't seem like that crowded. 5 people.
sorry, it was ridiculous. How we saw it
I
then.
feel you. It was way worse.
We were
The
waiting
thing
in
was-
line for 25 minutes.
It's a tiny place. So that was
We
that.
started outside
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we got right inside.
because it wasn't necessarily a good day. It got cloudy and cold.
Yeah, that's true.
People started to dip.
Yeah.
Because when I went with Daniel, it was a nice day.
Yeah, I feel that.
It was sunny.
Oh yeah, that's
and
the
it was
day I
like-
was with Oreo riding
Yeah,
bikes.
it was a great day. So
Yeah.
everybody was out.
Yeah, so we were down there and I was ordering.
I didn't know my friend liked fish.
Really?
Yeah, for some weird reason, I had no idea. I guess I'm so used to hanging out with you. You're thinking about deli. Yeah, and my other friend doesn't like fish.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I don't really hang out with people who are true fish eaters. You know, a culinary pioneer, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is great. Like, you know?
I feel
You want to get some swordfish? Yeah, I totally do.
I remember when we went to where were we with your mom on a trip?
Oh
you
yeah,
got swordfish?
like Crab Lady or something.
Oh, we went there too.
Oh,
Yeah, that
what?
was
We went somewhere
Florida.
else.
Yeah, it was like really funny. It was.
Remember when I was on my swordfish stint?
Yes, that's where it started though. We were at this one
Really?
place with your mom.
Oh, upstate.
Yes, yes.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
That's
need to
like-
order this now. I literally thought to myself that, wow, that's crazy. That sandwich had such a positive effect on me. I said, I need to, in my mind, I need you, Sam, you need to remember this so you can find a place in the city and order it from.
Yeah.
And wow, that was
It's funny when-
Megan, that was a wonderful time there. I'm just thinking about that. Maya was with us.
No.
No?
It was just
Maybe
me,
that's,
you, and your mom, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
because-
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just really nice because it was. I think that was when she went to a spa, and she had got dropped off at the spa from her friend, and then
Yes.
we came and we were gonna pick her up.
That's why everything felt so familiar because we had been there before in the past, but because we were so close, we kind of did a pit stop there
Yeah.
because my mom always loved going there when we went to the country house that person was at.
Yeah, it was really nice. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, beautiful little
Remember
town.
when we were down by that little when we were at that hotel, and then in the back of a hotel was kind of like a swamp.
Yeah. And I remember too.
Oh wait, there's so many cool little vacations we went to because
Right?
one of them, that
We
one
really
we
got out in
had-
COVID.
and that one we had Oreo. We went.
No, we didn't have Oreo back then.
No, I have video
That
of
was
him
Latka.
in a sweater.
We had Latka with us because that's when. Oh my God, that's when.
No, it
That's when
wasn't.
he almost died in the car, Megan. No. I'm a fucking idiot, guys. No, I'm not an idiot because I said this is not going to be a good idea because I didn't. Oh, man, I am so sorry. I will never, ever in my entire existence of living ever make this mistake again. And every time I think about it, I kick myself in the nuts every fucking time. But there was a time where we really, really, really wanted to go fishing, and we got everything prepared, and we made it down to the lake, and when we got out of the car, we were very nervous of having Latka out because for some reason we thought he'd like get away or he'd be comfortable in the car. So
Yeah, because he was already
we
chilling and
closed the
sleeping.
car and we went fishing, and 10 minutes later I was kind of talking with her like, I don't know if it's a good idea, but you know, we ended up going through with it, and I just started panicking 10 minutes and it's like, I can't, it's all right, I won't fish, I'll just go get him or
Take
check
care
on
of
him.
him. Yeah.
And then we come back and he's just like I'm like, oh my God.
panting.
Yeah. And I'm
I
just
swear
like,
we had a window open though, but
no,
it wasn't
because I
good
think we got
enough.
nervous
Oh
because,
yeah, you guys were worried somebody was gonna steal him. And I
yeah.
was like, can you just crack the window? It's a little bit sunny out here. Because I
Yeah.
always hear
No,
those like horror stories of parents leaving their
I,
kids in
and I
there.
could only imagine like how crazy that could have
And how
gotten. I'm
hot it
just so
is.
blessed that I had that intuition to just go back and to never. And when we went, after I saw that, I just dove to get him water. He drank up. We got outside. The wind was blowing. He chilled out, and everything else was great.
It was so beautiful because your mom had him in her lap. And
Yeah,
then
and
me
she was
and you
just
were just,
reading.
it was the most, like to set the scene a little bit, we're just trying to find like national parks. And we ended up on this really cute area. And it's like they did a lot of docking. So they had a lot of, you go into this parking lot and they have people who are docking their boats or getting them out on the water, and people are helping other people. Then there's this kind of little hill that you go up, and it's just this kind of like, I don't know, oval area with trees, and it
Yeah,
was
all
really
these
beautiful.
picnic tables and places to barbecue.
Fire pits, yeah. And then there was kind of like a cliff, right? So you could kind of go down a little bit, and then you can climb kind of down to the water and then climb back up. There's all these certain little areas with kind of like shallow beaches, like really deep areas. It
That's
was
kind of
really
what I love
cute.
about the Adirondacks and the Catskills is how ridiculously hilly they are. When we were going through there, even to the town itself, I just remember looking up and there was just so many hills. You could just look up and there were houses on
Yeah.
these hill ridges. And I was
And you're
just,
looking at them while you're driving, and I'm panicking. I'm like, can you just please? Like, yes, they're awesome hills, but like, please. Because, like, if you know Sam, he's not the best driver.
I've never gotten into an accident though.
Oh my God.
And
Thank
you were
God. Thank
oddly enough, you were the one that
God.
ran the curb and totaled the car almost. You had the audacity to tell me I'm not a good driver. Oh man.
This is true. I will admit this. There's no way of getting out of that one.
But yeah, no. What was the whole original?
We're talking about what
Oh
we did
yeah,
on Saturday.
yeah. So sorry. Before I'll say that, that is what I loved about vacationing with my mom when it was just like me and my mom, because she was like, it was just so chill. Like I would literally do my thing, whether it be fishing or just hanging out in the water or just playing with some friends. I'd say, Mom, is it cool if we stay here like 3 more hours? Like I just want to go fishing a little bit more. She'd be like, that'll be all right. Take your time. Hope maybe if you have a chance, you could get me some bug spray.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Of course, Mom. That was it. All right,
And that
I'll be
was so
fine.
nice about the trip, is that she had Laka on her lap, and she did not want to say like, hey, we should leave now. Like, we were there for a long time. I remember watching the sun go down.
Yeah, and then we were like, I think we should go.
Yeah.
And we go to my mom and tell her that we're gonna go now because it's getting dark, and she's like, "Really? Okay."
Yeah, because she was just reading her book.
Yeah.
There was no worries
And then we had
at
dinner.
all.
We had chill dinner over there.
Don't you remember? Yeah, we dropped Laka off, and then we went into that cute little restaurant.
Then what was the time with Maya?
See,
Oh yeah, we took a time to Long Island.
Yeah.
Just for us.
Yeah.
We went
and
into town.
and your mom was there too.
Yeah, and we walked
Laka.
around. We got a little taffy. Yo, remember that
Ice
taffy?
cream.
We got taffy too.
Yes.
Oh man.
And your mom got fudge. Different things of
I got fudge too. You got fudge.
Yeah. That was great.
And Maya got fudge. That wasn't mine.
And
was
we
with us.
were like, went fishing, and we like,
That
oh
was
man,
beautiful. And we caught a fish, and then I cooked it up, and then Maya was on
nobody
a
ate
bunk
it.
bed, and we went to the beach, and then that's when your mom grilled me.
But my mom,
Yeah,
oh, my birth mom,
yeah. I just remember it's funny because I remember her
she did
look
here
so
too.
distinctly that when you were looking at me through the FaceTime
Yeah.
at Carlos when you were getting the cake,
Yeah.
I literally saw your mom looking that distinct look.
That intense look that she
I was
gave you.
just like, yeah, you were intently looking at the screen. I was like, oh my God.
You know why?
I had to get out of the line of fire.
Because
like,
I was just drinking with friends, and like I was trying to focus.
oh, God dang. You look so serious.
Backstory on this. So my birth mom is very judgmental, and she's dealt with her own things with men cheating and my dad being with other women and all of these things, which I'm sure plays a really big part in why she's very judgmental about her daughters, or I guess children's significant other. And my ex, so we ended up not being together because he was, I guess, in another relationship with somebody kind of at the end, and I didn't know about that. And so that's kind of what really ended it. Should have been ended a lot more, like, doesn't matter. Anyways, what was really funny when I told my mom about it, she's like, "Oh, your relationship ended because you didn't cook for him." So it's like shit like that. So then she always asks me, like, when I'm with Sam, like, "Are you cooking?" Things like that. But then I had introduced Maya to my mom, like, as good as I could. And I was just like, "Hey, like, this is Sam's daughter." And she's very critical about, like, "Oh, he already has a daughter? Where's her mom then?" And, like, trying to understand and, like, trying to communicate this information to her, to my sister, then my sister to tell my mom. But it really doesn't matter because my mom's going to be judgmental about things either way. So then when you saw my mom in, like, a FaceTime, she looked at you like she's going to kill you.
She just looked at me like as if I was a goddamn question.
Yeah.
Like, my whole existence and everything that I am is a question. And only she can validate its existence. So she was literally, that's how it felt. Deep. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, she's intense. She has very intense moments. So yeah, it's silly shit like that. Like, does that really offend me at the end of the day when she's like, "Oh, he left you because you cooked"? Not really, because she doesn't really understand, and the amount of relationships she's been in and the things that have happened to her, I understand, play a part in, like, why she's like that.
Different men in different regions value different things. So the men in her region might value cooking, and the
maybe
men here,
or if that's just an excuse that she used based on,
I don't know. I mean, whatever it is. It is.
I mean, primarily, definitely
down there, in the sense of, man should be able to work the fields and to a certain extent, or whatever a man, down there. The responsibilities for men and women, like, you wouldn't expect a man to stay home and cook all day. You could, but I think it's more of like a woman's job there, and it's all cool. Like, there's roles for women and men here too in that retrospect, but although they're a lot blurred because it's definitely equal. More, I guess, equal. A man can stay. There's a lot more common that men stay home, take care of the kids than it used to be.
Or dads just being in kids' lives.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just kind of funny. And so the other day I was I went out with friends. We went out for my friend's birthday party. And then I came home and I had asked Sam if he wanted something, if I could stop somewhere on my little bike. He's like, "Oh, I want Carlos or Carlitos." And so I was,
"Oh yeah, Carlitos."
I was like, "All right, I'll FaceTime you when I get there." And I must have been seriously looking intently at my phone, but it's because I was just trying to, like, really focus. I had 2 margaritas. They were very strong. I was having a blast just, like, fetching things. Because I think it was funny going back to Saturday night. There was so many people out, and when I was drinking, I wasn't really bothered. I wasn't really bothered the other day when I was getting you Carlos's, but it was really hard yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we also walked from 14th Street?
We walked very far. We had tacos, then we walked to 44th Street, and then we had Johnny's Pizza, and we had a whole 24-inch margarita pizza, and I had buffalo wings, and you had garlic bread. Yeah, that was 12 pieces. And we ate almost all of it minus 3 garlic breads. And that was amazing.
It was really funny because the bartender had stopped us while we were ordering, and he was like, "Just letting you know, everything you're ordering right now is for 2 servings, 2 to 3 servings. So, just, think about it." And in my head, I was like, well...
do you know how much Sam eats?
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Sam's like, "I'll just have a piece." And then you were second guessing the amount, the size of the pizza.
Because I was like, all right, I guess dude doesn't want me to order a large pie. I guess.
But it was a small one anyways. And so you're like, oh, maybe we'll get the 10-inch one anyways. But it was gluten-free, and I was like, nah, I just want, a regular pizza.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, we could take it home. And I'm like, yeah.
We'll just take it home.
We'll just take it home. Yeah, we'll get that one.
It was funny, too, because he was watching us eat, and we were just devouring
Was
everything.
he? I didn't even notice, but I was
eyes.
curious. Like, is this guy, like, curious if we're going to eat this all?
Yeah.
I just remember I was being a fucking klutz and trying to fold the pizza, but putting the pressure on my hand, and then shit went... The plate lifted up and went clack, and he turned around. I was like, damn. Like, don't
really
look at me because I'm not that fucking drunk. I literally just did a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I do that stupid mistake because I was actually pretty drunk and I thought that I was? And I'm like, don't think about this anymore. Just eat the pizza.
Sam's logic.
And I said, yeah, that's a good idea. Just eat the pizza.
Wait, pause. Sometimes I wonder if people like hate how we're going all over the place. But like, let me just finish that drink story.
Okay.
Downtown in the taco place, remember? Because that's where we started.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, Sam really loved this drink, and he saw it, and he's like he said before, he's been wanting to get this drink, and I have no idea what it's called. He just keeps telling me it has this
drink,
kind of
the
like
red drink.
Yeah, and it has this kind of like straw, and it has this red kind of I don't know, like peppering kind of around it.
I never knew what it was. I thought it looked like some kind of sweet thing.
It's definitely kind of like, I've only seen it in like Mexican or Hispanic stores, and it's like looks kind of long, like a
tamarind.
sucker.
It's
is
like,
that
it's
yeah?
like tamarind
Is on the
stick.
outside of it,
I think something.
and
like
it looks
that.
like a straw.
Yeah.
So that's all I knew about it. And so when I went up to order, Sam's like, "Yo, let's get one." And I go and I order, and I said like,
Yeah,
"Hey."
she says in line, "Wait, do you know what this drink is called?" And I said, "No." It's like, were you planning on asking in the front? Yeah, I think so. And then we get there, and then.
Because Sam gets a little nervous. I feel like you're like, "Yeah, I'll get it." And then I get up there and I was like, "Let me just ask."
And yeah, something I was noticing too, you really took charge in that thing. And I was like thinking to myself how nice it was.
That I just ordered everything?
Yeah. And obviously, I go half with you. But the fact that I felt like I was just following you, like as a follower, not a leader.
Yeah.
For once, it was very like especially when we went out or dictated something to eat, I was like, wow, this is pretty nice, just not having to deal with that and just
the pressure of what to
Because
get.
I'll tell you, when we sat down and when we were eating the fish tacos, I had forgot what I actually ordered. Just because I was envisioning me ordering what I was going to order, and I would decide truly when I got to the cashier. So because you took initiative, you already knew what I had thought that I had wanted prior to getting up to the cash register. So you had ordered 2 fish tacos. I was debating
Really?
fish, the spicy shrimp, and the very spicy fish.
Oh.
And so when I realized, when I sat down, I was thinking, oh, what else did I get again? And I said, wait, I didn't order though. Oh, because remember I was divvying it out.
And you know what's
funny? And I was like, 2 fish tacos, right?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. And I'm like, that's strange. Why are there two fish tacos? But then also you had brought up 2, which I was thinking about before you had eaten them, because you wouldn't have known this, but I would have, because I had it a week prior.
You didn't like the chimp.
Yes, but how big they were, and how if I could go back, I wouldn't have ordered quite as much. And so when you said how hearty these are, I'm thinking, I'm super glad I ended up getting 2 fish tacos and not went with what I thought that I was going to get, which was 3, including the shrimp. And so I was like, wow, this is actually pretty nice. And
because when we were in line, I was like, what do you think you're going to get? And you're like, oh, 2 fish tacos. And then that's where I came up with my assumption. But I didn't, I guess, follow up and ask afterwards. And I was just like, I feel a lot of pressure in New York.
But it was
just
so
like,
nice.
To just be like really fast. And so like when I got up there, I was like, this is what I want. And also I want that drink. What's that drink with a straw kind of thing? And she said it so fast and I couldn't hear anything she said. So I was like, okay, cool. And then we got it.
I was like, yeah, that one. What she said.
And so then, anyways, we're sitting down, we're eating our chips and guacamole, and it's time. Our order comes up, and this guy, he's pouring 2 beers and a half of cup of what looks like tomato juice. I'm like,
God.
what? With the straw? I'm like, dude, that's not what I ordered. Only to realize, Megan, you don't really know what you ordered. Sam just wanted that straw thingy. So I'm like, Sam, get over here. Like, help me. I have 4 cups. Like, I cannot. And Sam's like, what's this? I was like, yo, this is what you wanted. And you're like, I didn't know it was like, I didn't know it came with the beer. I was like, I don't really know what to do. Do we dump the beer in the thing? Like, what? I don't really.
And I'm like, we must. So I dumped it in.
And you tried it.
It was, I'll tell you one thing. It was the most, I haven't had such a gross drink in such a long time. I am not a fan. I've never have been a fan of Bloody Marys. So the thought that that is a spicy Bloody Mary was the most disgusting thing in the whole entire. Oh my God! And the beer, maybe my taste buds are fucked up, but the beer did not taste. It was so tasteless. Maybe I'm so used to like craft beer, like super strong beer that. Or alcohol that whenever I taste beer, I'm just like, it literally tastes like water.
Yeah,
it
like
doesn't
a really
taste.
Yeah.
But that one did not taste good. It was super
Yeah, and I
light,
refuse to try
super light, and that's almost like water. So I was like, this is so lame.
I just couldn't finish. Like, I had a hard time finishing the tacos because like the smell of that drink was just kind of killing me. And then I had to go dump it out, right? And then there was nowhere to dump it.
Have you ever had gazpacho?
No.
Oh, because that's what I love, gazpacho actually. But sorry. See.
No, there's just nowhere to dump it, and I felt badly because it's an entire drink, and I don't want to go back to the bar and say like, "Hey, can you dump this for me?"
Yeah, and when I dumped it, yo, there's this dude in a hat was just looking at me,
cowboy hat,
and I'm like, "Why are you looking at me?"
Because I had just done the same
thing. I got
thing.
so angry. I was like, "What the?" I told you, I was like, "What the fuck is this guy looking at?" Because it was such a like.
It was probably so disrespectful what we did, and I felt like shit because I was like, I should have waited in line and then dumped the drinks out in the bathroom. Like, I didn't know what to do, so I'm an idiot, and I just dumped it in the damn
like.
trash.
Did that guy want that?
I don't know. I would have loved to give it to somebody. Like, I wouldn't have needed a penny. I felt so badly. Anyways, that's the drink story. We just kind of went on a whim, walked all the way up to 42nd, and then we're back in John's Pizza. And we finished all of our food, and it was really nice because I was drinking a little bit slower because I had, I felt kind of a little tipsy, and so I was like, I don't really want a third drink.
Yo, I had a third drink.
He gave it to you. I feel like he was a proud dad. He's like, hey, you guys finished all your food.
Well, Hispanics love when kids finish food.
Yeah.
I would love it too.
Yeah.
If I made Maya like a hearty protein with veggies,
never finished
just saying, if I made it for her and all right, if I made her pizza and she ate the whole thing, actually I'd say that's unhealthy, but I think if it was like rice and beans and
yeah,
because anyone can
a hearty meal.
Yeah, like I'd be like, wow, that's good. You need that.
Yeah, it was nice. And then he was like, oh yeah, she's still finishing her second, so
I was like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Appreciate that. And I loved it. I got trashed. I could drink more. It like you, right? It opened my love for drinking. Like the thirst turned on when I had that third drink.
I think it was just such a beautiful night too, because like it was the atmosphere of just kind of relaxing, being at the bar.
I felt like like it was the 1990s, a Friday night. You and your partner are waiting for a train. You have like a trench coat on. You're going somewhere. It's kind of rainy a little bit. It's a little chilly out. And it's a dive bar, trashy dive bar. And the lights dim and you're just enjoying chowing on the fattest pizza. Because wherever you're going, you know that right when you get there, you can go home and chill. Like you can go to wherever it is you're staying and just relax. Like it's just like home. And I was thinking, and that's how come the bar where all the alcohol was, it looked like some kind of weird window, like a mirror or something, like,
Yeah.
and outside it's like blue raining, like raining blue. That's what I kept imagining. Like, it was just raining, and the light was out, and had a blue sheen everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, as if you're gonna put a blanket on and like drink some hot chocolate, like.
Yeah.
And I just felt chill, and everything felt good. All the food, maybe it was such a good comfort food,
Yeah.
like bread, right? Sweet bread, or just
Yeah, garlic bread.
yeah, it was just so good.
It was really nice. And just like the conversation and the atmosphere and everything, and the guy was nice, and we weren't in a rush. I think so many times.
Yeah, that's nice. We weren't in a rush.
We didn't have to be home. We didn't have to do anything the next day, really. Like, there wasn't any kind of like responsibility that we wouldn't be able to meet if we did end up sleeping in a little bit. So it was really nice. And then we left, and we ended up going to find something sweet.
Gelato.
We found some gelato.
That was great.
Ate a bunch. Checked out this little market.
Yeah.
This Hispanic lady was talking to you, and you're like, wait, what? Do you remember that?
I said, yeah, I'm sorry. I have to go. I panicked, and I pointed at you.
She's probably like, what are you even like?
She smiled, and she was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, yep. All right.
I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
I just turned around, and you're like so, not embarrassed, but kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, wait, what? You're like, just keep walking.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Got a car home, and then chilled for the night.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was.
But what was really funny this morning was that I was woken up by like a morning dove.
Oh,
We were
wow.
just chilling on our air conditioning. And like, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. The sun is out. What time is it? It's 6 a.m. I'm like, for real? And I'm like, Then I'm looking up the meaning of a morning dove.
Oh.
And I'm just like getting all like sentimental with it. I'm like, oh, it could be a sign from the dead. Like somebody saying hello or something like that. And then I was thinking of my cousin, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I should get up and go work. And then I was just chilling in bed for a little bit, just looking at apartments, looking at just like some mundane things, got out of bed. And then like an hour later, you're like, Megan, are you all right?
Yeah, because I had a way different experience than you. Like, I woke up with a blinding light. Because when you go to sleep and you don't close the windshield with the wind wipers.
What?
Or the fucking
Curtains?
Curtains, yeah, whatever.
Can you?
And
The wind wipers.
and then you wake up with a sun in your eyes. That's the worst feeling in the whole entire world. Hell no. You open your eyes, you get blinded.
That's beautiful.
I like to wake up in the dark and then ready my eyes.
It's so funny because I've never once seen you close the windows. I used to close them for Maya because I didn't want her to wake up to the sun, because she definitely loves waking up to the sun.
Yeah.
And she
I got used to that.
What?
When you close them and then waking up like on my own time, not having to wake up through like blinding light.
I love it because it just naturally wakes me up. Like, oh, it's a little light in here. Oh, it's the sun. Time to get up.
I wake up with the sun straight beaming in my eyes.
Oh.
Because you probably wake up, you're so much more sensitive. So you wake up the minute it starts getting light.
Uh-huh.
I wake up when the sun is blasting in my eyes. That's why I woke up like, Megan. Like, it was like I literally woke up and you instantly turned on a passing train sound. Like, with the light.
Oh my God.
Megan?
Did you think I wasn't home?
No, I was surprised. I thought that I woke up pretty reasonably, like early.
What
and I'm
time
like,
did you
where
wake up
are you?
at?
I think I woke up at like 8.
No way, really?
Yeah, it was pretty early. Because we watched a ton of stuff before
Before we went
Maya came.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was really nice today because we got to still hang out super early, and then
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go take a run with Oreo. It was a really good day. It was a really nice weekend. It was really beautiful. And then today went with Oreo, just did a quick run. Then backpacked with him on my bike home. Then you got home around the same time, ordered some food, watched some funny stuff.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I did too.
What?
I ordered like $500 worth of stuff today.
Oh Lord.
It's like for prints and things that I like, the collages. But the coolest thing, which I haven't told anybody yet, so if you're listening and you know what I've been doing for collages, is we're doing it on metallic paper. And it is so beautiful. Since the second I've seen this and I got it printed at this place for like this metallic paper, I was like, one day I want to do something with it. This was like maybe a year ago, maybe a year ago. And I just didn't know what to do with it because I was like, maybe nobody would like it. But now I love how we have kind of this holographic theme, like this metallic theme going on with stickers, with like
Yeah,
these
it's very lovely.
bags. Yeah. So I'm really excited. And yes, it's a lot of money, but I
Well,
think it's cool.
maybe we could put. Oh well, I don't know if that's an option, but just putting the link down below.
Oh yeah.
For
like some of the
for
collages
art.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I think that's really cool. So if in case you guys are interested in learning more about that,
About
the
the
link.
collages,
Yep.
because we have an event coming up next Saturday.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get ready and just have some ready and just to test on sizes and colors and just everything. So
Yeah.
yes, now I can hear the dogs barking.
Well, perfect segue.
To wrap it up,
Yeah.
I feel that it's getting a little late.
It's been a pretty roller coaster time of weekend. A lot of highs, a lot of not so highs, and so we're definitely looking forward to just having a chill, like easy night, not too late, so we can get back to the grind of what we need to do throughout the week.
Yes.
So
Thank you for listening to another episode of Life of the Lost.
and we'll see you next week. Peace.